shattering, shattering a part of me, and I can take it. My heart is so hollow, the blood has an echo inside of my veins. My heart is so hollow, your voice is an arrow, making the pain. My heart is so hollow, hollow, hollow. My heart is so hollow, hollow, hollow.
So I finally got him out. It was not fun. It was very tedious. So there's a sneaky little one down here. So you got that one, you get the two up top and the one down here on the left. Underneath the tape, you probably see it. This guy right there, you can kind of see it. And then same thing on the rear, you got two in the center, one down in each corner. So the rear ones, you can get these two off pretty easy. That one's not bad. And then this one in this corner isn't terrible. This one, the front one, was a pain in the ass. So that one's not hard, these two aren't hard. But that one down there was horrible because this stupid wiring harness, this plastic cover, doesn't allow you to like get anything down there. And then even if you get just like a regular wrench down there, you can only make, you know, so much of a turn because then it smacks the runner. So that was not fun. And then so basically, once I got the sneaky bolt out, I was able to loosen these up a bit, even though I only had that one about halfway out. And then I was able to wiggle these out. So you just have to like use an excessive amount of force, way more than I'd like, and pry it out, and eventually you will get it out. And another problem I encountered as pulling this one out is it got caught on here. The little flange that bolts right here, yeah, that got caught right there. So what I had to do is I took a screwdriver, I wrapped it in tape, and then I put it behind it and I pried it out, kind of forced it out. Wrapped it in electrical tape. I put it in between the gasket and the runner, so that way in case I messed up something, it would mess up the runner, not the head. And yes, now I got those out, so now I have the fun job of porting. Alright, taped up the heads, that way shit didn't get into it while I'm working on it. And just as a heads up, you're probably gonna have to replace some injectors, because I got 1, 2, 3 that died just pulling them out because these are so old and brittle that they just literally snap off inside the runners. Let's see, it's not this one. This one, as you can see. Alright, so as you saw in the time lapse, this little dude didn't really want to go in, so I grabbed some oil, rubbed it on my finger, put it on the O-ring since the brake clean dried it out. So I did that, and I took the bolt and I tapped it in. That's one way to do it. Not exactly, I don't know if it works, And then down here, we have those 2 bolts that I'm going to try and put in. There are these guys. I also suggest, I mean, this looks kind of disorganized, but for the most part it's organized. All the bolts are grouped together. So we're going to put those 2 in the fuel rails into the side of the runners, and then I'm going to put these 2 guys into here, and then put this hose in, and then plug in all the injectors. Do the same for the other side. As you can see, it was kind of hard to wiggle them into the seals, but I got it in eventually. Kind of just have to be gentle, and then once you get them all started, then you can be a little bit more firm, because you don't want to break those injectors, because these injectors aren't cheap. So. Here we go. Alright, so this is what I used to port my runners. I used a Dremel 4000, which has the adjustable RPM, and then I used a Dremel Extension. So basically this guy converts, you know, that giant thing into this, and allows you to get way down in there a lot easier than you can with a normal full-size Dremel. So it's pretty easy once you get one of these. And then I used some of these sanding drums. This is the Dremel 9933, I believe. And then this one was the 9903, pretty sure, or 9910. So this one's made of tungsten carbide. And even after all those hours of porting, this thing is still good to go. I just use a wire brush to keep the channels clean. So I take like a break every 5 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes. And just take a wire brush to the channels and make sure they're clean. And then I also use these guys. So these are little sanding drums, I guess. And they're really hard to reach places. These work well. It's got some diamond bits and stones. And it's got all the sanding drums, which I pretty much used all of them. And it's got these guys in there. I picked up this kit for 25 bucks, I think, on Amazon. And the Dremel Extension I got for 25 bucks as well. And then this I bought locally for 25 bucks. So I'll have links for all this in the description. But P2R also makes ported runners, like pre-ported. And if you want to save a lot of time, I mean a lot of time, because it probably took me 30 hours to do those runners, I would suggest doing that. And they're $275 once you get the cord charge back. So actually not too bad if you consider how many hours someone has to sit down and do that. That's what I'd recommend doing, unless you have a lot of time on your hands or really cheap like me.